Well, good morning. Today is Saturday, September 29th. We're on our way to the meeting. And, just a minute. How's your leg, Kyler? Do you have to go for therapy?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
You're going to go golfing today, though?
Yeah.
Hopefully that you don't get your knee too jammed up.
Yeah.
Okay, I always felt bad for you because I know how much you like football.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be back there better than ever. Sorry about that. It's my neighbor. He plays football for his team and for the school, and he got tackled and hurt his knee. So he was in a brace for a while. They did an MRI, but he's fine. I said some prayers for him, but he's a nice kid. Actually, all the boys in my neighborhood, because there's no girls, they're boys. I have all boys in my neighborhood. I mean, the girl next door is in college now, Emily, but it's all boys. I always remember when I was younger, we hated to see all boys because that meant that there was going to be a war coming. But now men and women both joined the service, so I guess that theory is all blown down. Whatever. It's just I know you make money during war, but I just don't like war. It's like, ugh. I'd rather not have money. I'd just rather not have money. I'd rather be poor. But anyway, that's a downer. We need an upper now. And we do have one because it's Debbie Haney's birthday today. Yeah! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Debbie. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Oh, she's going to have a great day. She really is going to have a great day. I'm feeling very confident that I'm going to have a weight loss today. Nowhere near the 7.9 gain from last week, but I'm going to have a good loss, I think. So I did get on the scale this morning because Monday, Gina and Carrie and I are going to start our challenge. We've just been practicing it this week to see how it's going to work among ourselves, and so I think it's going to work. I'll have all the details tomorrow. I'm going to do a Sunday vlog. Sandy doing a Sunday vlog. How can that be? But I want to explain the rules and how you guys can get involved because we've been working out the logistics of it lately. So we're going to see how that works. But until then, we'll see. What was I going to say? I've been watching the hearings, and I don't like getting political on the channel, and I'm not going to get political at all. I'm not going to say one way or the other. But I know that everybody doubts Kavanaugh for having like this calendar from when he was in high school with dates and stuff written on it, some sort of a journal. I still have mine. So I have, not from high school. I have a couple things from high school that I kept because I didn't really keep a journal. But I kept a written calendar journal since about 1984, maybe 83. No, 84, because it was right after my father passed away. And I have them in my drawer, and I can pull out my calendars, and I can tell you what I did on a particular day and who I did it with. I have initials that I can explain and stuff like that. That being said, I also kind of believe her in knowing that she went to a party of sorts, but not necessarily a party, because a lot of times you just get together with a group of friends at a house and it's not really a party, but you're just getting together, and you don't have a specific date of when you did this. And so that part I can understand too. So it's kind of like a he said, she said kind of a deal, and I don't envy them for their decision that they have to make. But it reminds me of a story. And I know this is TMI kind of a story. So if you don't want TMI, you can tune out right now. But Jim and I we started dating in the 11th grade when I was 16. And Jim was 17. And Jim got drafted when we got out of high school. We graduated in June of 68, and Jim got drafted in June of 69. by that point we were talking about getting married, but we weren't really sure that we were going to get married. But we were almost, like we were on the fence. We were still young. But back then, if you weren't married by 21, you were considered an old maid and, a loser and, why aren't you married and blah, blah, blah. Nowadays, you can wait till you're like 80 to get married. But back then, if you weren't married by the time you were 21, you were kind of like a loser. But so we were kind of like hashing it back and forth. And then he got his draft notice. And so we said, let's wait. You're in the service, you date people that you want to date, I'll date people that I want to date, but we'll consider that we're together. I know that makes no sense, but that's what we agreed on. And the funny thing is that summer, I dated a boy named Jim. And Jim dated a girl named Sandy that a friend like in the service had hooked him up with. It was one of the people that was drafted at the time too. He was stationed in Fort Knox, Kentucky. Lived near Fort Knox, Kentucky. So on the weekends they'd go to his house and he had a friend and blah, blah, blah. So they met them. So anyway, when I got married, this is the TMI. When I got married, I was a virgin. Jim and I never had intercourse. I was a true virgin. Jim was the only, and I have no shame in saying that. Jim is the only man I've been with. I have no shame in saying that. That being said, doesn't mean we didn't fool around. But I remember one time when he was home on leave, we were engaged at the time, and we went to a motel, and I had two things happened at this motel on the same day, which just was mortifying. I can specifically remember the instances of this happening. I know exactly what was going on that day, but to tell you where I was exactly on that day, which was a motel. To tell you the exact motel that I was at on that day, I couldn't tell you the name of it. To tell you what day of the week or weekend it was, I couldn't tell you that. And the date, I couldn't tell you that. But I have a memory engraved in my mind that this happened. We went to the motel, got in the bed, and Jim didn't lock the door. And at that point, some drunk man came into our room, sat on the end of the bed while we were in the bed, sat on the end of the bed, and proceeded to take his shoes and socks and shirt off. And I just lay there mortified. Here's this 20-year-old girl that, not even 20, I think I was 19, mortified that this man walked into our room and was sitting on the end of the bed, and I go, oh, and then Jim says, what are you doing here? And the guy was just as startled as us, because he had put the key in the door, but obviously since the door wasn't locked, it didn't really matter that he put the key in the door. And he came in, he was just as flabbergasted as us. I guess he was in the room next to us. I was at that point so scared that I thought, oh my God, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? He's going to go to the motel clerk. They're going to call our parents. It was different back then. It was really, really different back then, as some of you will know. But anyway, so I told Jim, this is it. I'm out of the mood. We're leaving. Let's go. So we got in the car, and I had a 61 push-button Dodge. It was like you had the buttons that park, drive. It was like an old car. And it always gave me problems. And damn it, it wouldn't start. We couldn't get it to start. Now, we knew we had to call somebody for a jump, but we didn't want anybody to know that we were at a motel. So we put the car in neutral, and the two of us pushed it down the street about 3 blocks away into a parking lot of a strip mall by a party store, and then we called for help for somebody to come and give us a jump. So, that being said, I can understand that she could have a memory of something like this going on. I have a memory of it. I really do. It's a funny memory. It's not one I would share with my kids, although I guess I just did just now. But I was a virgin on my wedding night because that really scared the crap out of me. I never did anything like that again. And but then that being said too, if at the time I was keeping a calendar, I would have kept that calendar, and I would have marked that weekend, and I would have known exactly what it was. So unfortunately, it's just a he said, she said, and how it proceeds at this point, I don't know. So I'm not going to give you my political view either way. I'd like to give you both sides of the coin, as they said. Okay, we're here, and I'm very optimistic. So let's go see how I did. Well, I told you I knew I was going to have a good loss. I didn't think it would be this good of a loss, but it kind of matches what my scale said this morning, because I lost 5.3. Look at, I got my stickers in. The body achieves what the mind believes. And I believed last week that that was ridiculous and that I needed to lose. And look, I got my little smiley faces and my stars and my wow. Wow. So now I've lost 72 pounds. I've only got to lose 5 more pounds to get back to where I was at. I'm going to do that. I know it, because you know what? The body believes what the mind achieves. Wait a minute. The body achieves what the mind believes. And I do believe, my dear, that I am going to do it. I'm going to get back to where I was at and put that away in my book. I got it all set. I lost my little butterfly. I got to figure out where it went. I had a butterfly on here too. Got to figure out where it went. But she believed she could, so she did. And I did. I believed that I could do better, and I did do better. Okay, let's go home. Be healthy this weekend. Let's not let this weekend be the ruin of me, because it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. No, never. Okay, I'm not going to sabotage myself. I'm going to have a healthy breakfast and get back on track, stay on track rather. So I started my day with a prayer. I did drink 60 ounces of water. My quote is, I will not erase all my hard work this week because it's the weekend. It's an 8-point breakfast. 5 points for my toast with butter. 3 points for my 4 slices of center cut bacon, and 0 for my egg, berries, banana, tea, and water. It's an 8-point meal. I have 15 points left for my dinner. I'm going to have 2 eggs because I'm a little hungry, and there's 0 points. Well, I just found out we have another birthday today. Libby Peer, it's your birthday. You knew that. It's your birthday. Go out and party. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Libby. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Hope you have a great day. Okay, time for dinner. I'm going to have some chicken enchilada. I made this recipe a while ago. I will put the link in the description box below if you want to try it. And I'm going to have some iced tea and water. Anita, I live at the base of this lighthouse by that line. That's where I live. I'm going to have some chili. So anyway, I had 15 points left, 7 points for the 3/4 cup of chicken enchilada. It's a high point dinner, I'll tell you that. 4 points for a 1/4 cup of cheese, 4 points for 2 cups of chili, 1 point for an extreme wellness wrap, and 3 points for the 2 tablespoons of sour cream. It's 19 points. To stay in the blue dot, you have to be 10 under, which would have been 13, or 5 over, which is 28. So I have 27 points for the day. So I have my blue dot for the day. I put the extra cheese on the chili. Well, it's never too late to acknowledge someone's birthday. Lauren Long, it's your birthday today too. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lauren. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. I just noticed that in the comments. She never told me ahead of time. She thought she was going to get away without having a song. And I wanted to give Corey over at Weight Watchers with Carrie, her husband. Corey had got his 150-pound charm. So go over to Weight Watchers with Carrie. I'll try to remember to put the link down below so that you can go over there and congratulate Corey, because that's quite an accomplishment. Also, I have been able to take 4 points off of my, well, actually maybe 5 or 6, because that, well, no, maybe 5. Because the chili was 4 points, and then I used a little bit of cheese, which is probably a point for 5 points. And I took a bite of the chili. Oh, it was Jim's venison chili. I can't stand venison. I know a lot of you love it, but not me. I'm not one of them. So, and Jim wouldn't eat it because he doesn't like cheese on it. So I had to throw it away. It was bad. It was awful. That it's like in Big when you eat the caviar. Oh, that was a nice shot. That'll be my screenshot, won't it? Okay, I have to go now. I'm going to do a video tomorrow because I'm going to explain the rules and everything for our collab that's starting on Monday. So give this video a like. Whoop, over here. Subscribe, leave a comment, and share. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I should have sang belated birthday to Lauren Long because her birthday was the 22nd, but I sang it as a regular birthday. Happy belated birthday to you. Happy belated birthday to you. Happy belated birthday, dear Lauren. Happy belated birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Almost forgot.